Welcome back, guys. It's showtime. It's 7 p.m. I'm your boy, Melllow Man Ace. Welcome back. The Havana Lounge podcast is live and direct in your area once again. It's been a week, people. 2 shows this weekend, Santa Barbara and Huntington Beach, and it was a great day. I want to thank everybody who came out to both jams. Santa Barbara, we appreciate you. Myself, Tierra, Kid Frost, Trenier. I'm forgetting everybody who was there, but it was a great party, and we want to thank you for that. Guys, come on in, crush the subscribe button and the like button, and share this at some point with a friend tomorrow. But yeah, this weekend, then we drove out to Huntington Beach, California, with myself and Delinquent Habits. That was a great time as well. So it's been a pretty eventful last 48 hours, 72 hours, whatever it is. You know what I mean. Welcome everybody. I'm your boy Melllow Man Ace, and it's about that time that we kick off Havana Lounge podcast. It's another Thursday, people, in your life. If you're happy to be alive, somebody say, ow. True indeed, guys. Man, I'm excited about tonight's show. I recently started playing percussion, congas, timbales, bongos, and all of that. And I want to thank my teacher, one of my teachers, Abby Losas. I want to thank also the great Nenge Hernandez. Also Alika from Stevie B, my man Ronnie G of Tierra, for all giving me nice tips and advices and the cowbells and all these gifts that they're giving me to welcome me into the family. Also my man Tony G for agreeing to teach me a thing or two every day of the week, as long as it's after 7 p.m. I'll be there tomorrow, Tony. Hey, but yo, with that said, Paris Escovedo is in the house. Legendary family of Escovedo timbaleros, timbal players and percussion legends there, and I'm excited to get him in here and chop it up a little bit about what's going on with him, what's it like being in the Escovedo family and lineage of dope ass timbal players. So yeah, no doubt. But before we get into that, allow me to get into this segment sponsored by AV Chevy. Guys, don't forget, we got you. I want to thank everybody who's been ordering their Havana wines. Their Havana Lounge podcast shirt. Havana Wines, everybody, y'all should know, is my wine company. But the Havana Lounge podcast shirts are in. The Cash App information is down below. Get at me, and we'll get yours out to you, no doubt, no diggity. Like I said, this segment is sponsored by AV Chevy, and I like to go in on some of this wine that I'm drinking right now. It's a company called Josh, and this is the Cabernet Sauvignon, and we're taking it for a drive. I had a few sips. I opened it up, let it breathe a little bit. And I got to tell you, I mean, the legs are splendid. It's got a great aroma. And when I tried it, it was really good. It's about an $18 chucker. You can get this down at 7-Eleven. But I'll tell you what, man. Hold on. Let me get a little bit more. Yeah. Got a little blackberries that I'm smelling in there, that I'm feeling, and I'm tasting. It'll be interesting to see what it does to me once I'm 2 cups in. I'm gonna go ahead and get that tonight. The Queen of Clubs card, boom. Because it's not exactly my personal favorite, but it is a great little wine. And again, it's only $18. You can't beat that with a stickball bat. The cigar that I've been messing with, and I don't know if we've already talked about this cigar, but I had another one yesterday on the golf course, and it just took me there. And sometimes, like I say a lot, you know, if you're out on the golf course, sometimes all you need is just one good cigar to get you through the round. This is the Mi Havana Reserve Especial. God, if you haven't tried it, you owe it to yourself to try it. It's a great cigar, and the leaves work well together. Today, I'm gonna give it the King of Diamonds card. It's just a splendid cigar. The leaves burn evenly, and you can tell like it's well crafted. You know what I'm saying? That's it for that, guys. That's what I'm drinking on, and that's what it is. Today is Thursday after 7 p.m. and I wanted to talk a little bit about maybe I shouldn't, but I wanted to talk about something that was bothering me. But then I said to myself, I'd rather not start an argument, you know, and everybody got an opinion, and the next thing you know, I'm the bad guy. So I said, never mind, and I let it go. But guys, look, it is Thursday, and we're getting close to the weekend and whatnot, and either way, what I'll do instead is I'll just say congratulations to LL Cool J for being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's got to be an amazing feeling. As his man E-Love, a good friend of mine, was posting pictures. I saw that. That was awesome. It's good to see Cut Creator was there as well, and they were just having a good old time. So shout out, enough respect to my man LL Cool J on that in hip hop news. No doubt, man. So in sports, y'all already know the Lakers are having a rough go at the first couple of weeks of the basketball season, and the World Series nobody seems to care about. In baseball, in golf, I forgot the name of the championship that just passed because I was really busy out on the road. But you already know what it is there. If you know who won that, hit me with a fly text and let me know, because you know I should know that. I should have looked it up before I went on the air. Guys, not too much there. So I just want to say thank you to everybody for tapping in. I want everybody to come in, get in the chat room, man, and mingle amongst each other. I'm your boy Melllow Man Ace. When I come back, I'll have my man Paris Escovedo in the place to be. I want to give a shout out to my sponsors. What's up?
Championship of Mayakoba.
Oh yeah, the Mayakoba. Yeah, that's right.
That's it?
Yeah. And so thank you, sir. Just want to give a shout out to my sponsors, AV Chevy Daily Ads and Cilantro Lime Restaurant downtown LA. I appreciate you guys for all the love and everything that you've shown the show. All right, so guys, get your popcorn ready, get your blizzy, get your wine, get your paloma, couple of shots of Patron, whatever it takes to get you right. I'll be back in 2 minutes, 2 seconds with the man, Paris Escovedo, in the place to be. All right, like I promised at the break, before the break, the man is here. Paris Escovedo, welcome, my
What's
friend.
up, my brother?
Thank you for
Yes.
making time.
Thank you, man.
For coming to mess with me.
Thank you for
So
having me.
thank you, sir. And there are no FCC rules here. You can't let an F-bomb fly, if you please. Paris, man, it's good to have you, bro.
Man,
It's good to have you. Looking good, man.
Thank you.
Huh?
Yeah, man. Shoot.
You doing the
Feel
thing?
good, man. You know, shoot. Getting out away from COVID a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
trying to get back out.
Sure.
So you know, it feels good.
Talking about COVID, I'm glad you mentioned it. When COVID first started, what did you do, bro, to keep your sanity, or stay active and do your thing? Did you go in full-fledged timbali work and practice and laying songs? What'd you do?
Basically, I just went into writing mode. You know, kind of because it kind of like I don't know. I think us creative people, you know, like yourself and myself, we tend to need to be out and creating, you know, memories and shows and stuff.
Yes.
And we need that interaction. So, I don't know. I just went into writing mode, writing. Said, okay, I'm gonna do a whole new album now. Now I'm
Yeah.
gonna do a new album, and just focus. I don't have anything that's, you know, keeping me from doing it.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to be at this place or I don't have to do this. And then I went and I got an interview over at Real Urban Radio Network, and a buddy of mine, Rory Darvell, said, "Hey, I want to interview you," and I said, "Okay, cool." So I went over there, and one thing led to another, and I got a radio host job out of it.
Yeah.
Right, which you came on the show.
Absolutely did. Yes.
And,
thank you for having me.
Yeah, that was a great show. And so, but just I said, man, this is perfect. This is a new platform that we can do and share about community and, you know, do good things with it. You know, have a voice, have another platform.
Yeah.
And so,
How's that going so far?
and it's the number one show on the network.
And you're in your full,
Yeah.
your first full year, right? Or is this your second year
I think it's our second year.
Yeah.
The first year we were only going for an hour, and now we're 2 hours.
That's awesome.
It's because we're just climbing. We're getting between 600 to a million listeners.
So this happened during
Streaming-wise,
COVID.
worldwide. Yeah, that's what happened through COVID.
That's amazing. How many viewers now?
About 600.
1,000?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. That's amazing, brother. Congratulations.
Yeah. And then, you know, we're just playing. I mean, and when we go like on Instagram, my daughter goes on Instagram. And my daughter's doing the
Where
show.
is that daughter of yours? I'm
Yeah.
always used to seeing her with you and wifey.
Yeah, that's
Where's
my sidekick, man. But
She in the studio laying down some tracks?
she's working. Yeah, she's doing her thing right now. She's
Good
actually
deal.
writing some stuff. She goes, Dad, I got to write these lyrics. I said, all right, you don't want to go? No, I don't want to go. I got to.
Good
So
deal.
I'm glad that she's focused on it, you know?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
That's important. So,
Absolutely.
but yeah, so she's doing that. And then we're doing the show together. So that's a blessing to be able to do something with your children, right?
Of course, man.
You know, I mean, you
Of
got
course.
your boy and your son back there. You know, when I
Yeah.
did the show with you, I remember you said,
Yeah.
that's just a good feeling.
It's
you know?
it's kind of like a 360-degree feeling,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
When you look over in the studio or across the stage and it's your son anchoring or your daughter there with you as you do.
Right.
And I salute you, uplift you, and you know, sing your praise for that because I do the same thing.
Right.
You know, life can get funky, and certain things happen in relationships, but when you can still bond with the child,
Right.
make them part of the act, that to me is one of the most beautiful and most priceless feelings. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just a weird, like, you know, when I look at her, I'm like, she's over there playing the cowbell and the timbales and doing her thing, and then
Yeah.
I was like, okay, and then I'll walk away, and she's still playing, doing her thing,
Yeah.
and then okay, and I said, you know the breaks, right? Before we do the show, I said, you remember, you know, all the breaks, right? She said, oh yeah, I got you, Dad. That's okay. And she's over there, and it's amazing. I got a videotape of her, and she's doing, you know, one of my dad's songs, "Known to Depend On." And
Yeah.
she's over there at the end of the song, it has the breaks, blam blam blam. You know, she hit it, and I was like, man. So that makes you feel good. You know what I mean? That makes you
Absolutely.
feel good that it's carrying it on.
Now you come from a family of talented mofos. A family. You mentioned your dad. You mentioned your daughter. Your dad was also a percussionist. Yes.
Yes, he was. He was.
Tell us about your dad. What was your dad's name and where did he play?
He was Coke Escovedo. He played timbales, but actually,
Now I know you ain't talking to me. You preach it to the choir, but I'm just saying for them out there.
Yeah. I mean, he started. He started off playing with Cal Jader and Boss Skaggs, and he's played with Stevie Wonder, Herbie Hancock. He played with a lot of people, but he got his start when he played with Santana.
Yeah. Amazing.
So he was like, he wasn't the first timbale player with Santana, but he was like right when, like '69, when Chapito got ill.
Right after Woodstock?
Right after Woodstock,
Yeah.
he joined, and they had two percussionists.
Yeah.
And so that's what he did. And he started riding with Carlos and had some hits, only knowing to depend on.
Amazing.
And everything's coming
Yes.
our way and stuff. So
Sure.
So he did that.
I made a living off of those records.
And so like
Hey, everybody got their money.
So I didn't get my money. Sure. No, but he did that, and then he left and started his own band called Azteca.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they did a lot of classic work
did,
there
they
as
did
well.
a lot of great music there, and toured the world with Stevie Wonder and all kinds of different Earth, Wind and Fire, stuff like that.
Absolutely. Shout out to Pops and salute to him.
Yeah, and then of course you got the family too. You got Sheila E.
Tell us all about that.
Sheila E. And
Is
my cousin,
Sheila E. is your cousin.
my first cousin, and then my uncle Pete Escovedo and
Pete Escovedo, that's right.
And then my cousins Juan Escovedo and Peter Michael and Renee.
So
Escovedo.
it's safe to say that music is the family business.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is.
And it's specifically
Most of us, there are
percussion.
some. I mean, even my uncle Alejandro Escovedo, my uncle, and he just got inducted to Austin City Limits Hall of Fame
Out there in Texas?
Out there in Texas. So
Nice.
he's been doing a lot of great work.
Shout out to him. Salute.
Yeah. And my uncle Mario Escovedo too plays. So
Wow.
guitar, but they're
That
guitar.
must be one hell of a
we're
family gathering.
percussionists, but that side was all guitar work and stuff. So
Yeah. I can only imagine your guys' family gatherings at Christmas. Everybody fighting over who's gonna play timbales next.
we're all just sitting around playing a drum circle and stuff.
That's amazing.
And then we got cousins and nieces and nephews that all dance or break and all that stuff. They ride, the ballet dancers. Some are hip hop dancers. It's just a very creative family.
Amazing,
definitely.
man. I'm in awe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Come on, man.
You're a musical family yourself, so
Yeah, I'm a lot like you. My brother, of course, Sand Dog of Cypress Hill,
Right.
and all the way back to my grandfather. All of my uncles, all of my cousins.
Right.
Are all musicians.
It's like we're like the Latino Jacksons, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. For lack of a better word. That's amazing, brother. Let's get into it, man. I mean, what are you doing right now in terms of how you put together records? Are you putting together anything new? I know you're working on some stuff, and I know you got some new stuff out.
Yeah.
I have the record,
Right.
but are you working on some new stuff?
Well, I just dropped a new single with a partner, a collaboration with Seven.
Oh yeah, I know Seven.
Yeah, Seven's music and Ari Jams. We just did a new single. It's called 1800 Make It Salsa,
Yeah.
and it was for a compilation project called Smoke Chronicles Reloaded. It's a hip hop album.
Okay.
That we just dropped a compilation.
Who'd you work with on that?
Um,
Other than Seven, was Tony G on that?
No. It was who was it? Who else did it? No, I think that was it.
Is it dropped yet?
Yeah, it's dropped.
That one's out.
It's out on the compilation, Smoke Chronicles. You can get it on iTunes, all that, and
Word up.
it charted number 16 on the Billboard.
Attaboy.
about a week ago, 2
Yeah,
weeks ago.
good
and,
deal.
And number 6 on iTunes.
Congrats.
Yeah.
That's dope,
So
man.
excited about that. And now I'm just getting in the studio working on my new record, my new Latin jazz record I'm doing.
Attaboy.
Latin R&B jazz type of thing, you know.
Sure.
Yeah. So
We're gonna get into that right after commercial. Guys, you're locked in Thursday night. Paris Escovedo is in the place to be. I feel blessed and humbled that he is here, spending some time with me, making time. I want you guys to go ahead, hit the fridge, get your wine, get your blunt ready. We're going all the way in, case by case, with the man, Paris Escovedo, when we come back in 2 and 2. Welcome back, guys. Paris Escovedo in the place to be. Paris, before we went to break, we tickled the underbelly of some of the projects that you're working on, but I want to get a little bit more in depth, especially on this project that you did with Seven, right?
Right.
Tell me, elaborate more on maybe what's your favorite cut off that album?
You're talking about the Legacy record that I did with him?
That one, yeah.
Yeah. Man, there were so many good cuts. You know, I was able to do a remake of a Mongo Santa Maria track, Besame Mama.
Yeah.
And so that was cool. And, you know, we made a little bit more hip hop into it, you know, the track.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was cool. I got a little chance to do a little rap on it, you know, so. You know,
Yeah.
I'm East Oakland, baby. So we used to do, you know, that's
I
what
was
we
getting
did.
ready to ask you where you grew up.
Yeah. Oh, there we got him. We got him. No, we didn't. And then we did what is this? We did a Phaso remix.
Of which ones? Thighs High?
Riding High.
Oh, yeah, Riding High, Phaso. Yes,
yeah,
of course.
So that we did that, and then we did
One of
another
my favorite joints.
We did a remake of my dad's song, "Easy Come, Easy Go," and
Get
so
down.
that was fun. So, you know, we had a lot of good songs on there, but we have this one song called Despacito with Seven, and
Yeah.
and that's one of my favorites, man. It's just a cruise, man. It's for the Lolos, you know.
Get
So
down.
It was dope. So
So East Oakland.
East Oakland.
East Oakland.
Yeah.
World famous, Too Short, all that.
Oh yeah, Hammer
Up there, Hammer.
Yeah,
You're from the same neck of the woods.
the same area too.
How do you like it down here as opposed to East Oakland where you grew up? What are the differences? Aside from the fact down here you got the glitz, the glamour, Hollywood and all that.
Right.
What's the biggest difference or the biggest cultural change that you think you saw?
You know what? I think when I was growing up, the Bay had a lot of places to play. You know, like they just enjoy every music, the culture, all the different cultures enjoy music. When you come to LA, even though my dad came here to LA because of the opportunities, more opportunities for him, you know, after Santana and Azteca, he came out here because he had deals with Mercury and Capitol and all that
Sure.
stuff. So he said, you know, out here is the place to be. I can get some great musicians out here and stuff like that. And so
Yeah.
at that time, you know, I was playing football in Boston College. So
Is that right?
yeah, so I was playing. A lot of people don't know. Hey,
Yeah.
oh, you just grew up in the middle. Well, I really didn't want to be a musician. I wanted to play sports. You
What year were you at Boston College?
know. 1984.
With
So I was with Doug Flutie,
with Doug Flutie and them
Yeah.
guys.
Mike Shimura,
Yeah.
Howie Long,
Oh,
Matt
my.
Millen. All those
Now,
guys.
did you get some playing time?
Oh yeah, man. I was
What number? I'm going to
If you
go
look
back
at that
and
play,
the
if you
footage.
look at that play, the Hail Mary.
Yeah.
I was on that play.
Is that right?
Yeah, you see me in the end zone.
Get down. Yeah,
Yeah.
you were a wide receiver.
But I was tight end.
Tight end, okay. Good for you, man. I didn't.
I was
had
skinny.
no
I was
idea.
skinny and fast. I wasn't strong.
Yeah.
I just had good hands. you know.
Sure.
So they would always use me on a wide out or a quick, just and I was the only one that wanted to go in the middle. Nobody else
Yeah.
wanted to go in the middle.
That was back in the day when they take your head off.
Yeah,
and
they
go down
take
the
your head
middle.
off too. Yeah, they did.
Now they got rules against all that.
Oh man, I got hit by I forgot the cat's name, but Notre Dame.
He hit you so hard you
Hit
forgot
me
his
so
name.
hard when I went down to brace my fall. I had broken this wrist actually.
Is that right?
And when I got back to the huddle, I didn't even feel the pain. I was just the adrenaline was like pumping. I was like, yeah, I got that ball, man. I got that ball. And then Flea said, hey, man, what's wrong with your wrist? And my wrist was pointing that way.
Nah.
And he's like, dude, then that's when I started feeling the pain because he mentioned it.
He pointed it out, yeah.
But he was going to go right to me, so, I wouldn't be able to catch it, so
Yeah.
I went out, so.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I had no idea you were on that Hail Mary. They show that every day on Sunday
Oh,
football.
they show all the time, man.
All the time. That's amazing, brother.
So,
I had no idea.
that was one,
you had,
those are things that I cherish because being able to play sports at that level,
Yeah.
coming from where I came from, even though, we relocated as I was going into high school from Bishop O'Dowd, and then I went to the East Coast. My mom got remarried, and we went to the East Coast, and I wasn't. It was like culture shock for me because there's nothing but white people over there. I was like,
What part?
New Hampshire.
Oh boy.
Yeah, yeah.
Upstate.
It's way up there by Maine and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And there was no brothers. It was like there was no Latinos. There was like nobody.
Yeah.
And
Now, when you got that injury, was that the end of your football career, pretty much?
not really. I had some auditions, I had some tryouts. Back then they didn't have the combine like
Right.
they have now.
Yeah.
They just you got an invitation, to work out, and I did okay, but that was the time when I had I think it was Rod Woodson
Yeah.
was with them, and I had burnt him on an audition or a tryout.
Yeah.
I burnt him.
Is that
I
right?
burned him. He slipped.
Is that right?
He slipped, and I said, "Oh, I got this. This looks
Yeah.
good for me." I was thinking in my head. I was thinking ahead, and I was like, "Man, I was
That's
about to catch it."
Hall of
And next thing
Famer.
you know, boom, intercepted.
Is that right?
I was like, "Oh shit!"
So you burned him, but he got the INT.
He caught right back up to me.
Damn.
And he that's how fast that
That's
dude
that
was, man.
4.3 speed right
Yeah,
there.
man.
You know
I
what
thought
I
I
mean?
was fast. I said, "Oh man, I got him." But so that's what it was. That's when I said, "Okay." And then my dad got ill, and
There's like 3 of them now. You guys see this? I'm sorry to interrupt, man.
they
There's like
smelled
3
the wine.
3 little bugs just fucking the shit out of me right now. Sports. You were into sports, man. Would you say then that's where you picked up following after your dad's footsteps after the injury or after?
Yeah,
the football?
after all that, I said, you know what? I think I'm just gonna give it up.
Now, did you know already how to play percussion?
Well, I wasn't. I've always played drums.
Yeah.
Drum kit, drums.
Sure.
In high school, I was in the marching band, You know, plus playing football and basketball. Like halftime for me would be like, okay, get out of my football pants, put on my band pants,
Yeah.
and do the halftime show. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Now you're a pretty big guy. How tall are you, bro?
I think I'm 6'3".
6'7"?
No, 6'3" maybe.
6'3" and a quarter. Yeah, no
something
doubt.
like that, you know.
So okay, so
Back then I was skinny. I was like real skinny.
tell me this, my bro. When did you start picking up? Like, okay, let's go music.
I think when my dad got ill, you know, he was in the hospital, and I said, Dad, I want to play music. He said, well, you sure? Full time? I said, yeah. And, you know, he just told me, if you're going to play, you're going to go 110%. You know what I mean? Because none of my boys not going to go half-ass. You're going to go full in.
Yeah.
And you're going to woodshed. You're going to learn everything, you know. So, but he didn't teach me anything. I just watched him.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just watched him. I watched Tito Puente. I watched, you know, all these great musicians, you know, and I just incorporated my own style, you know, to it.
That's dope, man. Now, how old are you now that when this is happening?
It's about 22.
Late bloomer then.
Yeah.
Late bloomer.
22, yeah.
And so Pops wasn't able to teach you, so then you pretty much learned everything off the cuff and
Right.
just
Yeah, and just
eyesight, ears, you know.
yeah, just
Yeah.
watching. Then all those years watching him.
Yeah.
You know, going in the studio, watching him play, and I remember going into the studio. I must have been, I don't know, 8 or 10,
Get this out of here.
and we were going in the studio in San Francisco for Melllow, and they were doing Nena, the song Nena, and my dad played the timbales on the recording, and he did it in one take. And to me, back then I didn't know what one take meant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, one take, and they was like, no, you want me to do it again? I remember saying, you want me to do it again, guys? And they were like, no, that's fire. You know, that's what we want. I said, so, but today, now that I listen to it, and plus being in the studio all these years and
You
doing
can
this,
respect.
I respect that, man. That one take, who does one take?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Unless you're like, you know what I mean? You
Yeah, I
have to
mean
be-
that's the kind of legendary
Yeah.
stuff your dad was made of, though, man. You know, well renowned. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Playing with all the best musicians at all times.
Yeah, so
You know
it
what I'm
was just,
saying?
it's just like I tell stories of people, you know, hey man, you know, we had Lou Walls at the house all the time. You had all these different people coming through, you know,
You can only imagine.
and just like, you know, shoot, what's his name? Gray Rowley, keyboard player for Santana, and went on with Journey and everything.
Yeah.
He used to call me Little Coke, right? And he used to
Yeah.
have all these big old rock and roll type rings on both hands. And every time he would get me, he would like, Little Coke, come on, man. Because my dad loved to fight.
Yeah.
He liked boxing.
Yeah.
Plus he was a great baseball player too. But he used to put his hands up, man, here, come on. And then I would just go for it, just start swinging.
Yeah.
But he had all these rings on, and I would be like, man, that hurts. And he's like, man, don't you know I got all these rings, man? You can't be hitting me with the rings. And I was,
Yeah.
but he would get me all the time, you know. So
That's beautiful,
some
man.
Good stories.
Paris, man, it's a pleasure to have you here, brother, man. Once again, thanks for making the time to come through,
Oh man,
hanging out with me. Tell me this: how many albums are you deep now in your career? Your own self.
well, my own self, I only have 2, but I've been on a lot of different albums, you know. So
Yeah.
you know, I was on Pink's first major single, you know. And
Good deal.
I've been on a lot of different people's records, but there we go. I got you. But see, I got him too.
Bitch.
I did get him. But he right now I'm working on a third record.
Third
and
studio album.
Third studio album, yeah.
Now, do you have your own home studio?
I have some stuff, but I usually go out. We work with 7 Studio
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Or
Where
go
do
to
you keep your
Pasadena.
rig at? Your whole timbali rig and everything.
At the house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many
I got it
different
all set
rigs
up.
you got?
I got 4 sets.
4 sets.
4 sets.
Nice.
And I'm endorsed with Tycoon Percussion. And
Shout out to them.
Yeah, big shout out to them. And they gave me my tools to play. So you know, And then also, I gotta give you these, because this is my signature series on Vic Firth.
What?
For your timbales. I figure you got a new set, Vic Firth, Paris Escovedo stick right there
What?
for you.
Thank you, my bro. Damn.
Got the no
See
slip.
that right there? You
Got
can
the-
clap it up and make some noise.
The no slip grip, you know?
The no slip grip on the get down.
There you go.
Ooh, it's got your name on it. The whole 9, yes?
Yep.
Amazing. I'm very humble. Thank you, brother.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you, man. Shoot.
That's amazing, people.
But
See
yeah.
that? I'm on my way, people. One of these days, I'm gonna make it.
Yes,
That's
sir.
awesome. Yes. Man,
Yeah.
thank you. I was wondering what those were doing there.
Yeah, I probably
You know
got
what I'm
some
saying?
cars, so I might go get those sticks. I forgot.
Right on. I'm gonna have to take a break and we're gonna kill that guy and then we're gonna come back. So you're working on you. I wanted to talk more about the. I think you said you were working on a Latin jazz project.
Yes.
Right. I wanted to get more into that because the more I take the time now to learn percussion myself and I'm listening more. I'm becoming more of a student in that realm.
Right.
What made you want to do this type of record? I mean, aside from the obvious.
Well, I don't know. You know how sometimes you do so many things so different, like from one genre to another genre of music, and then you've done so much. Like I've done it all. I've done all those genres, right? And
Yeah.
even if it's just not my own, but I was able to you know, do my little piece with different artists. And so I said, you know, this time I got to do something that represents my roots, my dad, you know.
What nationality are you guys?
We're Mexican, you know, we're Mexican, you know.
That's right.
So,
you know, growing up, I'll be honest with you, I thought all of y'all was Puerto Rican.
well,
You know, especially after seeing
we
Sheila
have
E.
one side of the family that is Puerto Rican and
Okay.
Mexican.
Okay.
Because my aunt Alice, rest in peace, her husband was Puerto Rican, so all the kids were Puerto Rican and Mexican. And then
Rest in
Sheila's
peace, Aunt Alice,
Uncle Pete's
no
side, his wife's family are Creole,
Okay.
French Creole.
Yeah.
So that's why you have Sheila that looks Mexican and black. So
Yeah.
it's all mixed in there. So, but us, my side, my mom, she's real weta. You know, she's real, you know, huerita. So she, you know, our family has some Egyptian and Mexican on that side because my grandfather was Egyptian. So
Word up.
tall,
man.
6'9".
Is that right?
Yeah, it's big.
Probably where you get it from, indeed.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Guys, you're tuned in to the Havana Lounge podcast. I am Melllow Man Ace. That is the legendary Paris Escovedo from the legendary Escovedo family lineage of bad motherfuckers. You understand what I'm talking about? Yes, indeed. Guys, I'm going to go into one more break. We're going to take another time out. And we're going to come back, and I have some other things I want to talk to Paris about, do a little bit of word association and some other things like that. But I want to get into maybe some of his favorite songs that he's done and people that he's worked with. So I'm going to come back in 2 and 2. We'll get into that with Mr. Escovedo. Yes, indeed. Welcome back, you crazy kids. In the hot seat tonight, Mr. Paris Escovedo. I am your man, Melllow Man Ace, on another Thursday edition of Havana Lounge Podcast. Paris, tell me this, homeboy. We do a lot in this game, and you have to wear a lot of different hats. Yes.
Yeah.
With that said, what is one of the least favorite parts of the music industry for you? Like for me, it's having to deal with a lot of concert promoters and shit like that, and
Right.
and some are good, some I'm self-managed. I don't trust nobody.
Right.
The industry has done things to me. I don't trust nobody. But for you, I mean, what's your least favorite part of what you do?
I think it's that exactly the same thing because I've had like, man, and here's the thing is that coming from a family of well-known musicianship,
Sure.
you get the people that come and say, oh, that's Escovedo, I can help you, I can do this and I can do that, and then you end up stagnant for like 8 months. Like, where's the gig? What's going on? You know what I mean? And so I'm also really self-managed myself as well.
Yeah.
Besides having my wife, help me out and do stuff, and she's always
Sure.
on top of business too. So
Absolutely.
I do have other people that I work with and that are also like marketing and doing stuff like that with me too. But they're not managing me. You know what I mean? So
Sure.
but I think that's the hardest thing, especially for young cats coming up today. It's hard.
Well, I think, I tell my son, for instance, like, you guys don't know how bad you really have it. And I think the beauty in the younger artists is that they don't know how bad they really have it.
Right.
They don't give a shit. They just go.
Right.
And I think that's the beauty. They're naive about certain situations or the way things should be set up for you when you get there and certain things like that. And they'll go and create their own lanes. And that's a beautiful thing. But it also causes an unnecessary struggle for them.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they're not, well schooled in, let's say, for instance, artwork, album artwork, right? And you have the kid that wants to do everything. And he has to do everything because he is his own record company, right? And much like all of us now, who are not on major labels anymore, there's only 1, 2, 3 labels left.
Right.
And we've taken on our careers, and we expect our fans to follow us to the concert and go, and we promote our own records now. But I think the beauty in that is that you can control your own destiny.
Right, you can. Yeah, and that's the beauty of it, is that you are able to. So many years we were like fighting for creativity, right?
Right.
Because you had to deal with the creative person or this marketing person. This is how we see you. I mean, I remember my dad going through so much creativity drama. They wanted to make him a soul artist, like a disco, and he was like, I'm not disco. I'm Coke Escovedo, man. I got better songs, Santana, bro. You want me to be a disco dude?
Yeah, it's
and
terrible.
so
Terrible.
I mean, he went through the struggle of that, and I saw that, and so you have to create your own self. You have to reinvent yourself constantly.
Absolutely.
And that's what I did. I had the blonde hair now, and I used to be, you have to create yourself, make yourself stay relevant.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the hard part of it now, is that you have to do that.
Okay, well, and
But I enjoy
that being the case.
Yeah.
On the flip side of that, what's one of your favorite aspects of what you do? Get money.
No, you know what? To me, it's not even really about the money anymore.
Yeah.
To me, it's about if I've influenced somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I've
Who
touched
did you touch?
who did I
reach?
reach today? If I reach one person out of 50,000, then I've done my job. And if people have actually come to your show, and paid a ticket to see you, then that's all it is.
That's what it's all about.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Somebody asked me that the other day, and I just said, you know what? After having a heart attack in 2017, for me, it's more about savoring each moment
Right.
and holding it dear, really stronger, and enjoying that moment even more. So instead of just being there, like I look at the lighting fixtures, I look at, you know what I mean,
Right.
what the arena looks like, what it smells like, and I take that in a little deeper. for
Right,
me.
right. So you enjoy it more, and yeah, that's important. That's important. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking the time to smell the roses at the venue, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the vino.
And the wine, absolutely, and the wine.
Yeah, yeah.
That's very cool, my brother. So you're giving it to them, and you want to make sure you're touching them and making them forget their problems.
Yeah, I
when they
mean,
come to the
I
show.
did a show. I did a show in Denver, Colorado for Cinco de Mayo. We were headlining a show. This was like their second year headlining,
Yeah,
and so it was back to back. And so this one guy came up, and I was coming in. You know, you go in the backstage as you going in the gates back there at the park.
yeah.
And they're like, hey, and they go to the gate, and they're like, here comes Paris. And this one guy came up to me. He's all tatted down. You know, he's all veterano. He came up. He says, "Yo, Paris, I got your record last year. I bought your record." I said, "What?" He goes, "Yeah." He said, "Man, I listened to that record all year. I was living in my van, and I was slanging. I had 4 kids, you know, my wife and everything." And I was like, "Wow, man." He goes, "But that record every day gave me hope." And I was like, "Shh." I was
Stories
touched.
like that never.
I
Of
was
course,
touched.
those stories
I
never
was like,
get
"What?
old.
Really?" He goes,
Absolutely.
"Man," he goes, "it kept me going. Now I have a full-time job, bro, with the
Yeah.
state of Denver, Colorado, whatever. I got my own house. You know, my kids go to private school." I said, "Wow, damn,
Amazing.
bro, that's good. You got to come on stage and you got to tell me the story. You got to tell a story, bro." He said, "What? For real?"
Yeah.
And I put him out there, and you had all these OGs
Amazing.
back there like crying.
Damn.
I was like, man, so that's what it's about.
Get down.
You know what I mean?
Stop that
So-
messing around, people.
Yeah.
Paris Escovedo's in the place to be. Now, talk to me a little bit about how you got into the coffee business,
Like, well, let's see. That was, you know, I love coffee, but
right?
I wasn't going to sell coffee. I didn't want to make my own coffee, but
Yeah,
I got into it through a buddy of mine who every year I see him at the NAMM show, and he worked for these different jazz radio shows and all this stuff. And so, hey, I got a guy that is forming. He already has a coffee line.
yeah,
It's doing real well. It's in all the restaurants. It's in all the stuff. I said, "Oh, really? That's cool." He wants to have distinguished artists. That's what he said. Distinguished artists, and to bring them in to have their own coffee line, and they can go in, develop it, how they feel, the smells, the tastes, everything. He goes, "It's organic, picked from Chiapas, Mexico, you know, and hand picked and everything." I said, "Wow." So that's how I got involved with it, and ever since then we're selling coffee.
yeah.
So, you know,
Amazing. Where can they get your coffee?
you can get it right now. You can go to their website. It's called www.concerts.cafe, and you just click on the artist, and you go down. You see my name, and you just buy the coffee.
There it is.
We got 2 different flavors. A Café de Oro
Yeah.
that has cinnamon, and then the other one has Mexico Barrio. It has like a dark chocolate with honey
Okay.
and cinnamon, and it
Yeah.
just smells your house up real good.
That
man.
sounds like
It's
something
real
I'd
good.
like to get
And
into.
Christmas is coming, so go get one for Christmas gift. or
Yeah,
something, you
yeah.
know.
Get a Christmas. Get
But
two.
yeah, it's definitely good
One
too.
for the house, one for the car, because
Yeah.
you gotta have coffee in the car.
So, but it's definitely it is really good, and I'm not.
Good deal.
You know, I'm just saying, wow. I drink it every day. I can't stop drinking it, man.
Hey,
You know?
get down. Congratulations, my brother. We definitely want to support that endeavor and support what you're doing there. On that note, man, talk to me a little bit, man. I have here. This is something that I like to ask everybody because we all go through something whether it's in the music industry or in life, right? Life imitates music, music imitates life. I asked this to one guy, and I won't say his name, but he said he wouldn't, he didn't care. I'm gonna ask you, see what your take is. What has been the most difficult obstacle for you to overcome in order to do what you do?
I'm not sure. That's a pretty hard question because
So, well, I mean, has it always been sunny, rosy? You did everything, you got it all, and
no. I think that every day is a gift that you're here, and so you just try to make the best of every day.
Yeah.
And even though life, I mean, if we could have music all day long, doing this, doing that, and enjoying it, and say, hey man, you know what? I've done it. I'm doing this. I've played the biggest arenas. I've done this. I've done that.
Sure.
But I think that life still hits you, no matter.
Yeah.
Even, no matter
You're not
how
exempt.
much money you have
Yeah.
or the biggest house you have. I just think that I've been through a lot of different things, and I've been through a lot of crazy stuff, when growing up.
Yeah.
So I just think that every day is just a gift, and we have to continue to fight through it,
Any regrets?
No, I can't say there's really any regrets,
Yeah.
I think that,
I have a ton of regrets.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I have a shit ton of
Yeah.
regrets.
I mean, I wish that
I'm- go
how like you if you knew if you knew
Then what
then
you know now.
what you know now,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, but
Good deal. Like for me, you see my percussion rig. I should have did that 30 years ago. I should have had that 30 years ago.
Right.
And that's a regret of mine. That's a big regret. Like I could have been like a master teacher or something by now. You know what I mean? Like that could have been a revenue stream for me.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you could have had all that yourself doing it on your videos and
Exactly.
and everything, as
Exactly.
a multi-talented stuff, But that's what it is. And now you're gonna get a chance to learn.
It's never too
'Cause I'm gonna
late.
teach
Yes,
you.
indeed.
It's a
You heard it here
I'm gonna
first,
teach
people.
them. But
Get down.
Yeah. So, but the only regret I would have is that, I wish I would have went a little harder when I was younger.
In the game, in the music game?
Yeah. I wish I had
Well,
started
that leads to my
earlier.
next question. Is there anything that you feel that you left undone in the game?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not done yet.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I've done a lot. I think my resume speaks for itself. But besides that, it's just I've got every day we learn. I'm not. Oh man, you're a bad dude, man. You blah, blah, blah. I'm still learning. I'm still learning the craft. You know what I mean?
Any chance we might get a Escovedo family record
Yeah, we could do that. I'm working on some stuff right now to
with who?
with the
Pete,
family, with the
Sheila.
family, my cousins, and everybody to do
Oh,
a record.
Did I just find out a little nugget?
Do something,
Did I just
ain't
get
gonna
a
say
nugget?
nothing yet.
Good deal. That's
You know,
awesome, man.
I'm working on something also with Tito Puente Jr.
Oh, that's my guy. He's been on the show.
Yeah. And
Tito's
He's
amazing.
been on
He's
my
electric.
show too. Yeah, he's been on our shows. And so he's my brother.
There,
man.
there was something I didn't even know, Paris. There's something about percussionists and me that we just vibe.
Right.
Like you just mentioned Tito Jr., yourself. I know my man Nenga Hernandez. I mean, multiple Grammys.
Right.
My guy Alika from Stevie B.
Right.
He's from up your way.
Yeah.
Also, my man Ronnie G of Tierra. All these guys, Tony G, they've always gravitated in and out of my life, and I
Right.
never understood why until right now, having you in the chair.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So we're trying to work out a show called The Sons of Sons of Legends.
Get down.
Or is that what we call it? Sons of Legends? I remember. Yeah. So we're trying to do a show, and I'm trying to make it pitch it for Vegas show
Yeah.
So
And listen, trying to raise the vibration of our people, man. Tell me, I'm gonna ask you something so far off the cuff, and I hope you don't mind, but I think it's a great question to ask somebody like yourself. How important is your wife in your life? Like, you know what I mean, in terms of what you do accomplish. Because everywhere, whenever I see you, I see her. And I think that's a beautiful thing.
yeah. Gonna make me tear up, bro. But yeah, she's my everything, man.
Get down.
Yeah, she has to be there.
Get down. Strong people, man.
Yeah.
Steel sharpens steel. And she
Yeah, you
seems
gotta
like one
have
of those
that.
kind of people.
You know what too is that you gotta have in this industry. There's so many snakes, or so if you want to call it that.
Yeah, right,
There's
right.
so many people that just like
Sharks in shallow
They just
waters.
like the idea of who you are. They don't really, want to
Yeah.
be with you forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I've been through that. I've been through those days, that life, and when you find someone that can help you and
Be your equal
and be
in it.
and understand the love that you have for music,
Yeah.
that's important.
That's wifey.
Yeah, that's it.
Salute. Salute. Guys, it has been my honor and pleasure to have my man Paris Escovedo in the place to be with me tonight. Thank you for spending some
Thank
time
you,
with
brother.
me.
Appreciate
Thanks
it,
for
man.
making the time.
Oh man,
I
thank you.
appreciate you. And yeah, we got some treats for you. As a matter of fact, I got this for you, courtesy of one of our sponsors,
Oh,
AB
man.
Chevy.
Right on,
That is
brother.
for you, sir.
Thank you so much.
You and the
man.
wife.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You like coffee? I think there's a coffee
Yeah.
mug in there too as well.
Oh shoot, man.
So
I'm gonna
yeah.
I'm gonna have to bring you some bags of coffee, man, so you can give it to your guests.
Yeah, yeah. And give it to my dad. My dad loves coffee in the morning.
Yeah, man.
And that's what that's all about, man.
Yeah.
I was gonna play a little word association with you, man, but I think after that reply about the wife, your wisdom, I'm good, man. You're a solid motherfucker. You're a solid cat, a real one.
Appreciate
A
that.
real one out here.
Appreciate that, brother. Thank you.
Nah, straight up and down. Thank you for coming,
Thank you,
guy.
man. Thank you.
My guy. Guys, whew. Paris Escovedo has been my guest. I have been Melllow Man Ace, and my team has been my team. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in this week. Like I like to leave at this time right now, in my words of the great. In the words of the great Curtis Mayfield, remember that your dream is your only scheme. So keep on pushing and move on up. I'm Melllow Man Ace. That's Paris Escovedo. And we like to say
man.
good night,
Yeah,
everybody.
brother.
Peace and love to you. We out. Good deal. Good deal. Good deal. Yes, indeed. Run the jewels, man.